Hello, welcome. My name is Autumn Chadwick, and this is my presentation for Assignment 3. So this is for CS 07595 for the AWS assignment. So in this assignment, we were asked to watch the tutorials, so the 10-minute tutorials. So for my 10, I actually kept the container one, so I made the Misfit website, which actually contains most of them. So in this case, I also made an EC2 instance, and then for the machine learning, that would be the other one that's a little bit different. I just kind of watched the how to make a digital learning container, so that was interesting. And then for account management and cost management, those were learning how to set up a service quota and how to optimize an EMR. So let me go through the screenshots real quick. So for my screenshot section, I've got my container. So this was me starting the container project for building the web application. So inside of this, I went through and set up quite a few components. So we'll get to those in a little bit throughout the slideshow. I'll kind of highlight a few things. For my compute section, I just made an EC2 instance. So this is a screenshot of that. For the database, I set up a PostSQL application. So I tried to set up a PostSQL database. So that's what happened here. In terms of dev tools, this is a Cloud9 screenshot. So when I was doing the website, I was using Cloud9. All right, for machine learning, as I was saying, I was using deep learning containers for TensorFlow, so I went through that example. For the front end site, here is the Mystical Misfits website. It's a hard thing to say. All right, inside of serverless, so inside of it, it was actually a serverless application for the website. For storage, here is an S3 container that I had to set up for the website. And here's the part about the account management. So for account management, this was me learning how to use quotas. And this was an EMR optimization. So how to optimize your EMR. All right, so the next part I want to talk about is my demo. So for my demo, I went through and actually dug a little bit and found a Amazon Web Service tutorial for setting up a Valheim server, which had a $20 credit, which I'll show how to get to on the end of the video. So let me go ahead and start the video and we can watch it together and I'll talk through things. So first things first, I set up an EC2 server for Valheim. So it was just very simple. You've probably done that if you've used the light cell. Just go through, set up click Ubuntu. Here I'm going through getting the network parameters. I have to add a custom rule exception for UDP. So for these specific ports, so that I can access it through Valheim's management system. So, okay, now we're connecting into it. I have to go ahead and set up a Docker so that we can get and actually use this server as a Valheim server. So here I am running a few scripts that AWS provided to get it started. So this will take a little bit for it to run through, but essentially it's just setting up the Docker services. And once that's all set up, then we go through the next portion of actually configuring the Docker service. So here I am. All right, here's the configuration. This is the first time I actually do this twice because I forgot to save it the first time. So when I go through, take a quick screenshot of it so I can save the information of it. Then I get confused about why it doesn't actually work. And then it comes to find out I didn't actually save it. So in just a second, I will pull that up. There I go. Then I realized, oh, I didn't save. So here am I changing it again. Control X. Then I actually cat the file to make sure everything showed up. And here I go, set up the drivers. So this will run for just a second. It's connecting to Steam as a public account. And now it's connected. So the next stage is actually using this information with the public IP and opening Valheim to connect. So here I am actually opening Valheim and connecting to it. So instead of using my current setting, I had to create a new character real quick. So just throw some garbage in for the test world. And then I actually have to put the IP and port number. And here we go, signing in with the password, and Valheim is loading. try to figure out if I skipped the intro scene, but it's really pretty, so here it is. Here's Valheim connected to an AWS server. Here we are flying on the bird as we land in the magical world of Valheim. Mystical and magical. And yes, as you can see, everything is working. I can get to the maps, I can talk to the bird, and yes. So that was basically connecting to a Valheim server. And then real quick, I show where you go to. So if you're on the website, you can actually go through an Eventbrite page, and that's where the server credits are. So yeah, that's essentially my demo. And then for the final portion, my conclusion, how long did it take? This took about 10 hours in total. Cost about $25. And my pros and cons. So my pros was that AWS has a lot of stuff in general, and there's a lot of parts that you can get to very specifically. The only cons are that I've noticed really are the hidden calls with it and connection issues. So there's a lot of hidden calls with AWS, and there's a lot of connection problems where they don't really explain how to connect certain services together. So, yep, that's essentially my presentation. Thank you for watching.